Hello creation, I hope you're well. Take 3. I wrote this last night. I just picked my pen up and I just wrote a sheet of A4 out. I was thinking to myself, what would I put in a letter to 16-year-old me? You know, if I could get that letter to him. So I wrote this. Would he have taken this on board? No. Because that version of me was just that version of me. To become this version of me, I had to live the life I've lived. And that's it. We can learn a lot through books, definitely, of course we can. But for me, some term it the school of hard knocks. But that's the life what I had to live, you know. I wasn't a victim, although I may well have seen myself as that at one point. Anyway, this is the letter. The hardest battles that we ever fight are never the ones physically fought with the others. It's not the blow after blow that was traded in the heat of the moment, when all senses are relieved and turmoil ensues, when one is plunged into survival mode when the beast is released, for controlling it was not as yet seen as an option. When we see the world that we live in as hell, and those whom we meet as devils, then yes, we are lost. Lost in a vibrational reality where like attracts like. We can find ourselves buried under a mountain of grief through loss, disappointments and a low sense of self-worth or esteem. If only our future self would have let us know that everything would work out fine. Regardless of knocks taken, heartbreaks and the illusion of failure. I do say the illusion of failure because it is just an illusion. You know, everything's just an illusion, isn't it? But you know, it's how you come back. Without failings, we can't have success, can we? We wouldn't know success if we didn't know failings. Anyway, I am now my higher self, and this is what. That should read, I have now embodied my higher self, and this is what I would say to my 16-year-old self. You will live a life. It will be full, with too many experiences to recall. You will learn to be patient with others, but before you do, you will have to learn to be patient with yourself. You will experience many disappointments in love, but this will be because you won't love yourself. Not until you stop looking to others to fulfill you or complete you in some way. Yeah, it's true. You will have to learn to stand up for what is right and just, even if this means standing out in a world within an unjust system. You will have to learn humility after suffering many humiliations, but this you will do. You will have to fight addictions, and you will have to rise up from the most harshest of personal circumstances. You will see yourself as a success, and also as a failure. You will see yourself as both a good and bad parent, yet the self-condemnation will fade away, along with the self-ridicule and judgment. You will rise. After the haves and the have-nots, you will rise. You will awaken as the kindred who wants to be of service. You will rise. You will connect to a higher self that shall guide you consciously in all decisions to be made, because you will live in the moment, not in the past. You shall stand tall and fear no thing. Be it in the physical or in the non-physical, you will face all of your fears, and you will, after each test, emerge even stronger. You will show no fear, for you will become a force of authenticity and truth. Genuine. That's what we must always try to be. Your qualities will grow and grow within self. You will tame the dark and see both light and dark as equal. You will walk hand in hand with both angel and demon alike, protected by those unseen forces that once tried to destroy you. You will live a life of peace within, and you will return complete with a balancing of both the yin and yang within the self, you will have peace, you will have joy, and you will have unconditional love. And yes, you will find your happiness once more. You see, we don't realise, no one actually knows the life that any of us have lived. Only those who are living that life and the creator, whatever the creator is, or whatever label you want to stick on it. So, and that's the reason why we shouldn't judge others, because we never know what's going off in people's minds, in their lives, how they perceive things, their emotions, you know, the feelings, all that sort of stuff. No. And some people might look, and because we can mask very easily, well, I can, the disappointments and the hurts, you know, and all those testing times. And yes, some people can pick up on, you know, well, it's not right to, there's something, just something, you know, it's obviously there's something. But most of the time, it's been this, you know. Most of the time it was the smiley face, you know. But people didn't realise. And I know everybody's got their own paths. Everybody's got their own trials. Everybody's got their own tests. Everybody's got their own sufferings. One way or another, it's that saying, isn't it? Everybody's got a cross to bear. But no one knows how difficult that cross is to bear except the one who's bearing that cross. You know, we don't. We don't. And we can say something to someone, or just even our energy, if it's a good energy, can trigger others. And at one time, I would have thought, what's up with him? What's up with him? What's up with them? You know, and I'd have gone on the defence. But no, but that's not the way, you see. The way is compassion, the way is empathy, the way is love. I have no idea what's going off, or would have no idea what's going off with any individual, you know. With any individual. I don't know what's going off in their mind, in their hearts, in their souls. I don't know how tormented they are. None of us do, but that soul and the Creator. So we need to find patience, we need to find compassion, we need to find empathy, we need to be understanding, or find that understanding. But before we can find all this, we have to learn. We have to clear out the space. I say it many times. We have to do our own inner work. We have to become the example. And we have to spread that love. You know. I saw a lovely old friend of mine yesterday. I had to go out to get something, you know, and I saw an old friend of mine. So I sat with him a little while, and then it all kicked off around us, you know, in Wakefield, violence with those who were on the drugs and of that vibrational frequency. But when it all kicks off around that, it's happening to them, it's not happening to us. We need to find that compassion for them, because they're suffering. Anybody who you see who's kicking off is suffering. Anyway, I hope this video helps someone somewhere, you know, and I'll try and do another one later on. Alright. But my 16-year-old self would have more than likely just screwed that up and thrown it in the bin. Anyway, take care.